guys, it's Andrea. This is the next video in my med school series, and I wanted to talk about third year. So it's almost Christmas, which means that I'm halfway done with my third year, which is unreal. And currently, I'm super annoyed with third year, and so I thought this would be a really good time to vlog about it because I'm just annoyed. So in general, if you have not gone through third year of medical school, you'll have a lot of different rotations, but big ones are your medicine rotation and your surgery rotation. I haven't done surgery yet. I'm on pediatrics right now, which is really similar to your medicine rotation because you're in the hospital and you're dealing with similar problems. It's just kids. So what happens is you'll have a certain team that you're on, and that team will consist of an attending physician who's a faculty older member, and then multiple fellows or residents underneath the attending. Then you can have interns who are first-year residents. You can have fourth-year medical students, and then third-year medical students. And all of those people comprise your team. And your team is assigned X amount of patients. And so some of those patients will be yours. So I have 2 or 3 patients that I follow generally. So in the morning, you get there pretty early, and you look up on the computer, and you look up all the labs for your patients. And you want to write down what their new labs are, and if anything's changed overnight. You want to read other notes that people have written. Say you consulted another service to come check out your patient. Maybe they left a note. And so you can read those notes and just kind of make sure that you're up to date on everything that happened with your patient. Then you go see the patient, ask them how they're doing, see how their night was, see if they have any problems. If they do have any problems, you can make a plan of how you're going to fix those problems. And then you get your whole thing all set together, and then you're ready for rounds. And then during rounds, your whole team will go through, and you will present your patient to your attending physician and tell them everything that you discovered that morning. So you'll tell them all the labs. You'll say, this is patient blah, blah, blah. He's doing really well. He vomited twice last night, but other than that, he's feeling great. Stuff like that. And then you go through a plan, and then you say, so his first problem is vomiting, and so I think that we should do X, Y, and Z. I think that we need to give him fluids because he's losing hydration from vomiting or whatever. I can't think. So anyways, I am frustrated right now because our attendings expect us to have everything perfect for our presentations, and where I am right now at the hospital that I'm at right now, the labs are not available until like 8:30 in the morning or later, which means we start our rounds right at 8 or 8:30, and so the labs maybe aren't back yet by the time we start rounds. And so when I'm about to present my patients, I don't have the rounds, and I look all not prepared, and this is the most annoying thing. I'll say, well, his rounds weren't up yet, and then the resident who has a computer because they're putting in orders, the resident will chime in because they're looking at the computer and the labs just came up, and they say, oh, the labs are blah, blah, blah. And then it makes them look like they're all prepared and like you didn't know, which seriously drives me crazy because I don't want to feel like I'm unprepared. I'm doing the best that I can for my patient, and so that really bugs me, number one. The second thing that really bugs me is that there's a lot of things you can't do as a med student. So you can put in orders, but you can't sign them. You can't do discharge summaries at some hospitals. It's all different, blah, blah, blah. So there comes a point in the day where you are just useless and you're not helping the team and you can't do anything. But instead of telling you to go home, they just make you sit there. So yesterday, we were completely done with everything that we were supposed to do at like 2 in the afternoon, and we just sat there till 6 doing nothing. I mean, trying to study or something, but I can't study on command, and we don't have our test until January, and so I'm not going to study. And so literally just sat there and completely wasted time. And that's super typical of third year. Like, that's not surprising at all. That stuff happens all the time. So that really annoys me. But other than that, I love third year. That's kind of my summary and overview right now. I'll have to give you more. If you're interested in the individual rotations, I've done kind of what I've learned from each rotation. I've made a blog about that, and they're all under my med school tab. So check it out. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Bye.